Growing up in Dalton, David Noll Jr., like many others, wanted to be like his father, and that included breathing the game of golf.
My dad was an avid golfer, so he would go to the driving range most every day after work, also playing golf on the weekends. So he would take me with him, and it just became a time of being with my father.
His father had a golf group on Saturdays and Sundays, and a young Noll wanted to be included, so he made a deal with his dad.
He said, when you can keep up as far as score goes with our group, he says, you're in forever. Somebody will have to leave and you're in. So really that's where my passion for golf was really born at that point, just trying to spend more time with my dad. And from that day forward to today, it's been a morning, noon, and night as often as I can get on the golf course.
One thing that stands out with David, even today, he plays golf 365 days a year. He never takes a day off.
He practices hard. It's a mind game, and he has that mind game to make it work every day.
Noll attended Columbus State to play collegiate golf and got the opportunity to transfer to Middle Tennessee State after his freshman year, but he never teed it up in a college tournament.
At that time, I had my sights set on the PGA Tour. That's what ultimately, as a young guy, that's what I wanted to be. So I left school early and I took that journey. What's funny is I won my very first professional tournament. It was just a small mini tour event in North Florida, and I thought, well, this is not so bad. Well, the winds dried up pretty quick after that. One day I woke up and I said, you know, this isn't working out. And went to my dad and he said, okay, come back to work. Let's get our amateur status back. Let's go back on the amateur ranks. Let's give that a couple of years. At that point, it was still a thought of possibly going back to try that again.
But shortly after, his father got sick and Noll took over the family business. Thus, his professional golf career was over, and perhaps the most successful amateur golf career ever in Georgia was born. Noll has captured 4 Atlanta Amateur Match Play Championships, 4 Georgia Mid-Amateur Championships, and 2 Georgia Amateur Championships, never satisfied with being anything but the best.
I've always kidded him about he'll play in pouring down rain this afternoon in duck boots and in told him I thought he was crazy, but his attitude has always been for every day that he practiced and played, that his competitors did not, he was one day up.
But David will send us a video playing in the pouring rain, in the snow, cold, freezing, and at the end of it, he will always say, Steely, another day.
It's not all the tournaments that he's won or the trophies that he has hoisted, but rather a phone call that stands out as his most treasured memory in golf.
I remember him calling his dad from Pine Tree parking lot after he won the 2003. And his dad passed away that October. It was really, really important to him to get at least that first Georgia amateur while his dad was still alive, and he was able to accomplish that.
There's a picture in my office that my wife just somehow was able to capture this. As soon as I finished, someone handed me a cell phone and I called my dad, and somehow she got this photo of me sitting in a golf cart at Pine Tree off the 18th green, and just the excitement in his voice was just, that's probably, I would have to say that's my greatest memory in golf by far, is that conversation.
A Dalton club record that may never be broken. Noll has won 13 consecutive club championships at Dalton Golf and Country Club. In 2011, Cherokee Town and Country Club hosted the Georgia Amateur Championship, where Noll joined a distinguished group as he raised the Robert H. Martin Trophy for the second time. He's also the only player in history to represent the Peach State on 7 consecutive USGA state teams, an honor he holds close to his heart.
It never fails when you enter those events, especially the USGA state teams. You know, you're wearing the GSGA shirt and you always notice the heads turn. Oh, that's Georgia. Something about Georgia, you know, it's always held in a higher esteem. And how proud I am to wear those golf shirts and the hats and all of that. It's just, it's meant a lot to me over the years. It's really been a part of who I am for a long time.
No trophy case will be big enough to hold all of the hardware once David Noll Jr.'s golf career is complete. But for now, he's enjoying the journey and living by advice from his father long ago.
Ultimately, the first thing I thought of, I guess, was my dad. You know, I wish he was here to see all this. I wouldn't say that he predicted this, but he just said, if you work hard and you give it all your effort each and every day, he said the rewards will come. He just instilled in me such a work ethic all those years. So I'm thankful my mom and the rest of my family are all still here. But I've enjoyed this journey, and hopefully it's a long ways from being finished.